The words you choose can either open a patient's heart or shut it down. And in fact, patients are 4 times more likely to follow recommendations when they feel heard, seen, respected, and involved in their care plan. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board-certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field, all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say that I went to school so you don't have to. We are in week 11 of Intro to Holistic Medicine, all about patient education. And so we're bringing it all home in our 12-week course. If you want to enroll, it is a self-guided course. Just go ahead and click the link in the bio, scroll down, and fill out the little form. So when we master our communication and we really embody what we're saying and what we're speaking, and we hold that space, we can then really collaborate with our patients. So it's important to have a collaborative approach and a collaborative tone. We're working with our patients. We need our patients' agreement in order to help them move forward. Otherwise, if we use an authoritarian tone, like we know everything or we have it all figured out, number one, none of us have it all figured out. It's just not simply possible. We are all learning, even myself, after all this education, I'm still learning, right? And so we also want to ask our patients, not tell them. So asking them, what did you notice? How did it feel? When do you notice it? Have you written it down, etc.? Instead of telling them, this is how it is, or this is what you feel, or this is what's going on. We also want to avoid any shame, blaming people. This was definitely something that I learned in the very beginning. When patients, I would give them a meal plan or I would give them, some protocol and they would struggle with it and they'd come back instead of, because they're innately they are looking for that blame and that shame and that put down and failure. And I've always said, you're going to beat yourself up 10 times more than I'm going to beat you up. I want to welcome you with open arms because I want to understand where the blocks were, where the breakdowns were, so we can remove those. Also too, I know I can overwhelm people with information, but that's not what we're trying to do. We may give a lot of information, but then we want to break it down. So in my practice, I'll give a lot of information, right? And it's mostly just so that patients are taking it in. And then from there, I will synthesize it and send them a post-visit email so that they have all of that information listed. I also really don't get into info dumping. I know that may seem like, what do you mean? I'm learning so much in this course. But info dumping is where I literally am just taking all the information that I learned and just dumping it on a patient's lap for them to sift and sort. It's my responsibility to listen to and reliably deliver that which makes a difference and sift and sort and give them what they need practically in order to move forward. And then lastly, I speak to their nervous system with warmth and rhythm. And so I recognize that parasympathetic and sympathetic response needs to be in check. That patient needs to be more in that rest and digest. And if I'm overloading them with too much information and they're getting freaked out and they're shutting down, etc., that can be extremely overwhelming. As we listen to our patients, we begin to empower them. We're looking for ways that we can encourage them with positive psychology, and language really should be a guide and a teacher, not made to condemn, control, etc. So many people have already had traumas with that, so we don't want to reinforce it. We also want to validate their lived experience, even if it doesn't make sense. So the medical community definitely needs to hear this one, because oftentimes if it doesn't fit into the book, they get dismissed and they get medically gaslit. And I saw this quite often early on in my practices. My patients literally did not fit into the book. And so because they didn't fit into the book, I had to put my books away and actually listen to my patients. The last thing I'm going to bring is we are not here to fix people. People are not broken. We are instead here to facilitate and support a patient's ability to heal themselves. And so as we're doing that, we're educating them, coaching them, and holding them accountable in order for them to achieve the results that they're looking for. So thank you so much for watching week 11 of Intro to Holistic Medicine. We are full steam ahead in this week, talking about patient education and how we can really simplify our patient education tools, so that our patients are getting the information they need to be able to live the holistic lifestyle that they intend to live for years to come.